Running Back Radio Show with Chris Thomas,
Mark Thompson,
Langston Washington.
And we're listening to the only sports show here on Uptown Radio. Mark, you want to give that call and number?
Listen, to join the conversation, 215-763-95. Hold on, let me start over, y'all. I just got back from vacation. 215-763-9596. 9596.
Yeah, 9596. Honestly, man, it's a slow start. Hopefully your fantasy team isn't the same way.
He came back from Colorado, y'all. Give him an excuse.
Yeah,
that time difference is everything, man.
Right. I basically caught a red eye back home to make sure that I'm here, but we're going to get it popping.
Yeah, man. So, also, like I said, I'm hosting my 4th annual fantasy draft. The rest of the panel here. First time, Mark.
Yes.
Actually returning fantasy football.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to just win this joint and take over. I feel like my squad's pretty nice.
What's your squad?
I got a couple of guys. So, I mean,
a couple of guys?
Of course, if you're watching the live stream, you see the hat I got on. If you know me personally, I bleed green all day. So, of course, I had to go with Carson Wentz.
Oh, you took my guy.
Yeah, Carson.
Okay.
So, look, here's my lineup so far. I got Carson Wentz, Miles Sanders. Who is this guy? I forgot his name. It's Montgomery.
David Montgomery?
David Montgomery, yep. Michael Thomas, that was my first pick. I had to get him. I was hoping for Saquon, but he didn't fall. I picked up Adam Thielen. The main reason I picked up Adam Thielen is because, I remember that one year, it was the year before, when he just was going off.
Yeah.
But I know he's coming back from injury, but Stephon Diggs is also gone. So that's the reason. That was my mindset taking him.
That was good.
Rob Gronkowski, I took him as definitely a safety blanket, similar to how Carson Wentz uses Zach Ertz. So I'm thinking Tom Brady, of course, would do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Ridley, can't go wrong with that. I don't really care that I have the Colts defense. I'll probably drop them as soon as they get a a bye week. So I'm not really too hype on that, but it is what it is. But Harrison Butker from the Chiefs, I always take him every year.
I
take him every year because he be putting up numbers. And then my bench is kind of solid. I got Tyler Boyd from Cincinnati. I think he's going to be a sleeper, a.k.a. maybe trade bait. So if you guys are listening, Dallas Goedert, because I don't know about I really don't know about Ertz this year, but I really think Dallas Goedert is going to have a great year. And with Kamara possibly getting traded, I knew this. I had some inside.
Okay.
I'm lying. I took Latavius Murray. I think he's going to be good.
Yep.
I took Marlon Mack because of the way he performed last season, just hoping that he can do it again. You never know. And then I think I was on auto draft at this point. John Brown from Buffalo Bills, and then Carlos Hyde as well. So I think the last 2 picks were definitely auto draft. Everybody else was strategic.
Yeah, mine was strategic. Go ahead, Chris. I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Obviously, my first overall pick. I had the 3rd overall pick. Thankfully, somebody in our league took Kamara 2nd overall. So Saquon fell right to me.
Stupid.
Hey, man, listen. But overall, I got Russell Wilson as my quarterback. I had to hurry because as soon as I saw Mahomes and Jackson fly off the board, I'm like, yeah, let me get Russell Wilson. Because I was thinking about Deshaun Watson too, but I'm like, nah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. But yeah, Russell Wilson, Saquon Barkley, Todd Gurley. Listen, all Todd Gurley got to do is, just get them 1-yard touchdowns and 40 yards. That's 10 points. I can live with that.
And you know what? That'll definitely help Atlanta's red zone issues.
Yeah,
you would think.
Absolutely. Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett. I had to double up on Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett.
Smart. Yeah.
Evan Ingram, Cortland Sutton, who had a real good year. I had him last year, so before I traded him in the midway point. Kansas City's defense, like I said, I'm not really worried about defense. So,
but that special team is going to put up points for you.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
That's why I wanted them for the special team.
Yeah, and my kicker's gone every single year for the past 7 years. Justin Tucker has always been my kicker.
And some reason around this draft for us, people pick kickers in the 8th round. This is unheard of.
I'm like, bro, there's still plenty of wide receivers on the board.
Yo, but there be games where kickers can give you 20.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted Justin Tucker. I'm like, listen, there's a lot of things you don't mess with. You don't mess with a man's kicker. So I had to get Chris Boswell from Pittsburgh. My bench is solid too. Devin Singletary, T.J. Hockenson, Jameson Crowder. I'm pretty sure he's going to get a lot of volume catches this year from Sam Darnold, Emmanuel Sanders, McCole Hardman, Drew Lock's my backup quarterback, and last but certainly not least, Jake Sternberger. He's going to be the tight end one now in Green Bay. So
that was good.
That's good. I forgot my backup quarterback, Phillip Rivers.
That's a good backup quarterback.
Hell yeah, I was watching him for a minute. I'm like, they not thinking the way I'm thinking. I'm like Phillip Rivers with what's his name? What we said last week?
Yeah.
Frank Wright.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm just taking.
That's a good one. All right.
And last but certain, at least.
Yeah, mine's not least. I had a strategy. I hope it falls through. My strategy was I wanted to pick 3 running backs like back to back to back. Because running backs fly off real quick. Once you get to that middle round, there really isn't any running backs left. But my lineup, I was so happy you fell to me. Oh, we got a
call already.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's get the wiener and start.
You're live on Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on? Who's calling? What's your name?
Is it Jordan? Yo, Jordan, what's good, fam? What's going on? Remember a bull from New York?
Brooklyn? Yeah. Hey, Jordan, how's it going, man?
Yo.
Brooklyn in the house.
I'm good, man. What's up? What you want to talk about?
Oh, I knew you were gonna call about that.
I was gonna say the Warriors or the Heat because he's pretty excited to see how Jimmy Butler was playing yesterday.
He's talking about the Warriors because the Warriors have that 2nd overall pick. We've been talking about this for days, man.
I mean, it's not far fetched. Joel Embiid just just released his new shoe with Under Armour, which Steph Curry is basically the front running man for Under Armour as far as basketball athletes.
Yeah.
They have a great relationship. They do have a lot that they could possibly give up to get a Joel Embiid, but the question is, what's the asking price? It's going to be more than the number 2 pick. I mean, as a fan, you give me Klay Thompson and I'll take a scrub off the bench. All right, cool. Y'all can have JoJo.
Okay, here's the thing about the history of the Philadelphia 76ers when they trade superstars. It never works.
Oh, of course.
When they traded Charles Barkley, they didn't get anything equally in return. I remember the Iverson trade like it was yesterday. They got Andre Miller and a 1st-round pick that ended up being Fatty Ashun. So, in all things considered, I'm like, what was the point of trading Iverson at all?
Right.
Like, here's my thing. Like, Joel Embiid's not going anywhere. I think it's just him just admiring, a former teammate. And more importantly, it's just, them calling out, which I feel like it's necessary for them to call out, that front office because they've just been twiddling their thumbs, spending unnecessary money, just not getting their act together. They let stuff stay in place for so long, and now all of a sudden it's now everybody's calm down. There's no accountability from Josh Richardson. Al Horford says, I don't know what my role is.
But this is stuff that they've been saying all season.
Hold on. Let Jordan talk.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Yes.
I got this. Jordan, we talked about this plenty of times, man. JJ Redick wanted too much money. He was never going to come back here. That Al Horford signing, that was a bad call. Can you blame that fully on Elton Brand? We don't know. Just because he's the GM doesn't mean he has full autonomy, authority, and responsibility over the moves that the Philadelphia Sixers had. Because remember, David Griffin wanted to come to the Sixers, but he wanted full authority over everything. Elton Brand took the job knowing that he would not have everything, that it would be a group decision. So he may not have made those decisions as in the longevity or the length of the Al Horford contract.
So you're telling me I can blame Brett Brown for this?
Brett Brown may be in the blame for a lot of these moves.
Because he was the GM before Elton Brand came back.
Exactly. So they had to work together.
I mean, we all know that the Al Horford signing was pretty bad. That's something that we have to live with. We're probably not going to be able to get rid of it. And if we do happen to get rid of it, it'd be something similar to what OKC and the Houston Rockets did for the Westbrook and Chris Paul swap. That's the only way. We're
a bad deal for a bad deal.
Exactly. We're not going to free up any. It's not like someone's going to oh my God, give us that contract so you guys can have $100 million to play with. That's not going to happen.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I would agree for an aging superstar who doesn't play any defense.
And especially for the Sixers cap situation.
And not to mention, the last 2 playoff series against... I was just saying, the last 2 playoff series we saw against Boston and against Toronto, they ran him off the 3-point line, so he wasn't as effective either.
Yeah, he was every time he put the ball on the ground, he was a walking turnover. All he could do was shoot off screens. So I'm not paying $26 million over 2 years for a man who's literally just going to shoot. If you force him to dribble, turnover. Like, nah, we good. And if he got to play defense, he's getting fried all day. We don't. Nah, we good.
This is not to say that we wouldn't take JJ Redick. Like,
And
we
it's not an
utilize him.
endorsement for Al Horford either.
Right.
It's just not the right price.
Right. Like, if we got JJ Redick back for the right price,
Like, we talking
then absolutely we'll take him coming off the bench. Josh Richardson starting. Absolutely, we would have him.
2 years, $12 million. That works.
Exactly.
Okay.
Too much money. Too much money.
Nah, but you know what? But no, Andre's way. First off, I feel like that's disrespectful to even compare Andre Iguodala to JJ Redick. Like, JJ Redick can't nearly do anything.
Okay, that's fair.
You can compare it, but let's compare on the court. It's not even close. Right.
Well, he's not worth that anymore. That's just the contract he has. But he's not worth that money anymore. Nah.
He not worth $30 million a year.
He's not worth.
Are you sure it's $30 million a year?
I think no. He's saying
It was 2 years, 13 mil.
He's saying
15
over the
million.
next 3 years,
He's making
30 mil. So
That's
it's 10
not
million
bad.
a year.
That's not bad at all.
That's
That's cheaper than JJ Redick.
That's
Right.
not bad. He's still not worth it. Not for the amount of money, but also for the longevity of the contract.
For that
Okay.
Heat team, he'll be worth it.
Okay.
Because Jimmy gets to take the night off if he has to guard the superstar.
But that's the reason. And you got to
Right.
think about the situation, too. Like the Heat, they have Jimmy Butler as a max contract. That's it.
Right. They got
Sixers-
money.
Sixers
Bam
at
Adebayo hasn't
three.
got paid yet. Neither is Tyler Hero, or neither is Duncan Robinson,
That's-
neither is Kendrick Nunn.
That's still young.
Sixers are paying Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and
Al
Tobias
Horford.
Harris.
Yeah,
And
Al
Al
Horford.
Horford now.
Right.
We can't afford that.
Yeah. Anyway,
we agree. We agree, Jordan. We
Anyway,
agree.
Jordan, thanks for the call.
We
We'll we gotta let you go, man. Thanks for the
Yeah,
call.
appreciate it, man. Call
Thank
in
you.
next week.
Yeah, but listen, man. But I'm not listen. No, listen. As much as everybody loves to say like the absence of JJ Redick was like essential for the Sixers, like in the end, it's like for us, for what we saw in the last 2 playoff series that we lost, I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I miss the sharpshooting. Yes, I do miss the sharpshooting.
Yes.
But everywhere else, he was a liability. And we knew it. I tweeted this every game. Like one of my homies pointed it out that every time JJ put the ball on the floor, it was a turnover. And I started paying attention to it. I'm like, oh, my God. It is. Like, and then he gets fried on defense.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. He's an excellent sharp shooter. But for the amount of money that he was asking, no, it's just not
No,
realistic.
not at all.
But it always makes people think because it's like, well, we got Al Horford and he don't do nothing. So it's like you should have paid JJ Redick that money, which I get. But even still, in my opinion, Al Horford gives us way more than if JJ Redick was on his team.
Listen, honestly, if I had my way last summer, I would have paid Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah, he would have been perfect for this team, but nope.
But the mindset was Ben was still point guard.
Yeah.
Well, even though we all know he's a 4.
Yeah, but the thing is, Brogdon could both play the 1 and the 2.
And Brogdon can shoot.
He's a 50, 40, 90 guy,
Facts.
which we needed.
Straight cash.
Yeah, and now he's just gonna just sit there, be wasted away in Indiana.
Just remember, and Brand was not making all the decisions as the GM.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Brett Brown could have well said, we need to go big, got Al Horford, and that was it.
All right, let's see the comments. Could they trade to Al Horford and Tobias Harris? Yeah, they could.
For
Just-
who?
For who?
That's the question.
That's gotta
Whoever's
be
in
a
the
3.
chat,
That's gotta be a 3-team.
Make up a trade for us. Let us know.
I'll
what you
trade
think.
Tobias Harris and reunite him and hold on, for like Tim Hardaway.
Nah,
Nah,
bruh.
that's not gonna happen.
Nah, bro. I mean, Tim Hardaway is streaky, but what else does he give us? And I don't never see him put the ball on the floor. Like, he can shoot, but nah.
I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're stuck with both Harris and Horford. Definitely more Harris because he's younger
Well,
over Horford.
I was actually going to say the opposite. I think it's easier to get rid of Harris because of his age.
It's easier
Like,
to
the
get
Knicks
rid of
would
him.
take Tobias Harris.
But
and
but
y'all
that's
know
not. But I'm saying that's not gonna happen.
it. No, it's not, but they would.
But
'cause
who?
they're
All right,
just
but
dumb.
like, who would the Knicks be willing to give up for Tobias Harris?
We'll give us Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson.
Kevin Knox.
He's young.
I'll take
Listen,
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, but you got to make this deal add up. Who else? Nah, they wouldn't throw in Julius Randle.
I
Nah.
thought Julius Randle's on a 1-year deal, I believe.
Oh well, see. I was just saying the Knicks because they do dumb things all the time.
Yeah.
So that's like they might even just take Al Horford from us for free.
That's true. Honestly, if I'm Elton Brand, I'm calling Portland all summer to try to get CJ McCollum.
You definitely did text me that. I just don't think that's realistic.
Yeah, they're not taking
Here's my
out.
thing: like they already got Gary Trent, they
Right.
got Simons, so like
They
But they're
could.
not taking out.
and it's like Hassan Whiteside's a free agent.
Right.
Nurkic is not tough enough defensively to give you what you need. So maybe listen,
But
the money work. The money matches also.
What else do we need to give up to give that to him?
I don't care. Give him their first round pick.
Ingram and Hart's not going to work.
It got it.
I would love that trade. That would be a great trade.
What is it?
Ingram and Hart for Al Horford or Tobias Harris. Probably Tobias Harris.
Ingram and
Hart.
I mean, that's not bad.
But the Pelicans aren't going to do that because they're just going to pay.
You got to throw in Lonzo Ball to make that money even work.
And we don't want Lonzo.
We think Lonzo's still on his rookie deal.
Honestly, I don't mind Lonzo coming off the bench.
Lonzo
Off the bench,
no. First off, Lonzo would have to start. He would not come off the bench. Are you kidding? Especially if we about to get Jason Kidd as our coach. Like,
We're not getting Jason Kidd, man.
we need to get somebody.
Horford and Harris for Hield and Barnes.
Okay,
Well, yeah, I'll take that. I love that deal, and we get a shooter.
You know that actually might do it. The money works too. That might do it.
well, let's see. You probably have to throw like Corey Jones' contract in there also.
Cool, we'll take him. We need a
That's
backup point
fine.
guard
That's
with
fine.
experience,
I'm fine with that.
championship experience, might I ask.
But speaking of Jason Kidd, and I told you I was going to be saving this for the show.
Okay.
So, did my research, and I figured out who I want as our next coach.
All right.
And hear me out. I want Dawn Staley to be our next coach.
That's actually
Really?
Yeah.
that's like groundbreaking,
Tell me
trend
why.
setting. Yeah, I want to
Okay.
hear why as well.
All right. First of all, she has championship experience from when she started playing, and from college all the way from in the league with Charlotte, and now like as a college coach in South Carolina. She won the NCAA tournament back in 2017. She's a 5-time gold medal winner as a player. She's a 4-time gold medal winner as a coach. 2-time Naismith College Player of the Year, AP Coach of the Year back in 2020. They were 32-1 going into the March Madness Women's Tournament, before they had to shut the whole thing down because of the pandemic. Overall, she led Temple to a 172-80 record as a coach before going to South Carolina. And overall, that's her percentage as a coach.
I'll say it has to be better than 33.3, like where Brett is.
477 wins, 178 losses, 72% winning percentage.
I was gonna say.
And she hasn't had a losing record since 2009 to 2010 season.
Only thing I'll add in is she's from Philly.
Yeah, exactly, man. Dominance Tech.
Right. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I'll add in.
Yeah. So listen, she has respect all around the world. She's one of the greatest basketball minds
Absolutely.
around there. And honestly, I'd rather go with an unknown, like kind of like what.
Nick Nurse, go ahead. You want to?
No, I was gonna say Brad Stevens.
Oh, okay. All
I was
right.
gonna
All right.
like Brad, like I like the college route. You seen it with Brad Stevens,
Right.
you seen it with Billy Donovan, and even the unknown like Nick Nurse. I'd rather have that. I'd rather go through that route than like go through a retreat like a Jason Kidd or like a Mark
So
Jackson.
this is funny because
And not to mention she's from Philly, so it's like she knows she's a fan.
Right.
So it's like she knows how to be accountable. And it's like she's
So-
not gonna take anything
two
from
people
Now, I'm
we
go
mentioned
ahead.
was Dawn Staley and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Right.
That's no one that the Sixers are looking
Not even close.
at.
They
At
wouldn't.
all.
Yeah,
At
but
all.
Dawn Staley says like if she gets that call, she'd be willing to listen.
Now, let me ask you this just to play devil's advocate because her resume is clearly outstanding.
Yes.
But y'all know America, right? How they be with women in charge and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Do you think that she would command the respect from the players?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't.
She grew up in North Philly, man.
Absolutely.
I'm just
And,
playing
and all,
devil's
and all I'll
advocate.
say is this: if she can come in with everything she's been a winner everywhere she goes. And if Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid can't respect that, as much as I like both of them, you got to ship them both out of here.
Mm.
That accountability factor that they're looking for, I do feel like Dawn Staley would bring it. I'm not against that move at all. I just think that would be groundbreaking, and I don't think the Sixers would take a thought to it just because. And I'm going to say it like it is because she's a woman.
Right.
And I wish they wouldn't think like that. I wish the world wasn't like that, but that will be the reason. They may take the route of her coming in as an assistant coach and working her way up, and I'm okay with that as well. But I do think that she is one that you should bring in the Philly organization.
I agree as well. I mean, kind of similar to what the Spurs did with Becky Hammon. Like, it's the
Yep.
least you can do. And then you've seen it. There's games where Becky Hammon has the clipboard the
Yep.
whole time, and Pop was just chilling with his mask on, not even coaching.
And if you want her to learn under someone who has that experience, then absolutely. Like Becky Hammon is learning from one of the greatest coaches, if not arguably the greatest coach of all time, in Popovich.
I was gonna say something about Brett Brown because he. Never mind. Don't say. He kind of learned from him. So, I mean, we think.
Don't do that.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We don't need that negativity.
I'm sorry. Dawn Staley is definitely a good sign.
Yeah. Listen, all I'm saying is that you got Lisa Leslie, like vouching for her, about saying like she's one of the greatest basketball minds that like she's ever been around. Same with Candace Parker. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I had my pick, her and Tyler were probably my top 2 picks. If I had to say.
Bring them both in.
Yeah, why not?
Bring them
Yeah.
both.
They can either or like somebody can assistant coach. Somebody needs to come. We need something that's really gonna put a spark in this city, where the team, not only the team is gonna get excited, but like the fans as well. Because like we've been kind of like come on, I knew we weren't really gonna do much this year. Like with Brett Brown, like I'll play the part because I know like
And
I'm a
honestly, what's
Sixers
Philadelphia
fan.
known for, man? We're hardcore. We love
Blue collar.
Blue collar.
Yeah.
You need somebody to like bring that spark back.
And represent us, the fans.
And we have the players to do it. I just don't think like the coaching was there for it.
We
It was
did-
too soft. It was way too soft.
Yeah, man. And once again, you're listening to Uptown Radio, WJY at 98.5. You can also listen to us on uptownradio.org. And Mark, you want to give that call-in
That
number?
number to call in, I promise I'm going to get it right this time. 215-763-9596 to join the conversation. That was definitely something.
Yeah, so.
I was going to say, do we go back to football now?
Nah, we're gonna go back to football. I'm gonna talk about my fantasy team.
Oh, yeah, finish up.
I'm gonna talk about my fantasy team. You know what I mean? That's how we do. So anyway,
6 and 7.
I hope not.
Oh, man. Oh,
Y'all just don't
every
want to talk about
single
the
time.
Y'all don't want me to talk about the running squad.
I wanna hear that
Y'all don't
team.
want to talk about the winning squad.
All right, you're on Uptown Radio, WJY at 98.5. Who's calling? Hello?
All right.
Hello? Oh, okay.
All right. I'm gonna talk about the winning team.
Telemarketers again, they
I'm
stay
alright.
playing.
We're not paying you next time. Come on, we're not paying
No,
you.
just say your team before they someone.
Anyway, so Aaron Rodgers fell to me in like the 8th round.
Saw that.
I didn't think that was going.
I
to
thought
happen.
Chris was going to snag Aaron
I-
Rodgers just because.
As soon as Chris got Russell Wilson, you had Carson Wentz. I was like, I need somebody, and I was like, and Matthew Stafford.
Why do you think I was going to snag Aaron Rodgers?
Because you just love him.
I love Aaron Rodgers too, so I was like, I need somebody, and I was like, I need to get a quarterback now. So Aaron Rodgers fell to me. I had Dalvin Cook in the 1st round. We knew that had to happen. Joe Mixon next. That was the next pick. Picked up Brown from Tennessee Titans. He's the only wide receiver that really puts up points on that team. So I had to go that route. Will Fuller, basically the number 1 wideout for the Texans now with Deshaun Watson
For the
there.
first 6 games.
Yeah,
Till he gets hurt.
hopefully he stays. If he stays healthy, this is a good pick. If not, I'm in trouble. So hopefully he stays healthy.
Got some wide receivers for you can trade for.
And for the record, they asked like how many spots are on their fantasy roster. 16, 12 team.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Now here's the pick that I had to do because everyone was stealing my tight ends. T.J. Hockenson and Ingram and Zertz and everything.
Should have got your tight ends faster.
Nah, I got my tight end I won. I got Mike Gesicki, Dolphins.
Interesting.
Breakout year this year.
Was it because he went to Penn State?
That too.
I was going to say there had to be some form of connection there.
That's it.
There has to be.
That too. I'm a Penn State fan all
Because
the
you
way.
were saying his name like he was a household name.
Yep, Mike Gesicki all the way.
He's
So
doing 2 games. He's doing 2 good games this year. Keep it.
hopefully it's more. But we're gonna find out. My other flex, because I drafted so many running backs, Nick Chubb is my flex running back.
Yeah.
So I have 3 running backs starting right now. I'm a little nervous about Nick Chubb because Kareem Hunt is behind him. He's the one that really gets the passes, but if Nick Chubb's getting the touchdowns, it's okay. Eagles defense, and I have the kicker from the Texans because they put up points to Deshaun Watson and all that stuff.
That's not
My
bad.
bench, Le'Veon Bell is on my bench. All right, so if anyone
Saw
needs a
that.
running back, needs a running
We'll
back.
talk after the show.
I was gonna say we can definitely talk. 'Cause I know you need a
Needs
receiver.
a running back. We'll see.
I don't think it'll be good use of our airtime to talk trades now.
I know, no, not now, but we'll
So
find
got
out.
plenty to talk about.
I got Devontae Parker off Miami as a
Okay.
wide receiver, also on my bench. Ryan Tannehill, Dolphins defense. That's like the only defense I was left right there. So that's all I
Wait,
did.
you got 2 defenses?
I have 2 defenses.
Why you do that?
Hey,
That's why you ain't got no receiver. Yeah, definitely
I
comes out.
have 5 wide receivers because I have Lazard from Green Bay. I have
Adam
Tom.
Lazard.
Hmm?
Adam Lazard.
Yeah, Lazard. Yeah, I have Adam Lazard, the second wide receiver off Green Bay.
Ooh.
I have Thomas from Carolina, and I have Samuels also from Carolina as a wide receiver.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Okay. All right.
You know Cam Newton don't play for that team no more, right?
Yeah, I know. But,
It's going to be number 5 dumb Boston McCaffrey.
and then Teddy Bridgewater, something like, so that's why they're on my bench. They're not starting.
Yeah, or how I used to call Teddy Bridgewater, Teddy Dishwater.
Dang, that's
know,
crazy.
Hopefully.
That's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to work it out.
And speaking of Cam, I think it's, appropriate to go to this stuff. We're going to talk AFC East.
Yes.
Who's going to win that division? Obviously, we got the New York Jets, the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to everybody. Win 11-5. Got a playoff berth. Blew a 16-0 lead in the playoffs to the Houston Texans.
Be like
The
that.
Miami Dolphins, who I named the Miami Newgrounds last year,
Let's do it.
which now I transferred that name over to Jacksonville, and now they're the Jacksonville Newgrounds.
Oh my gosh.
And we got still the reigning, defending AFC East divisional champion, New England Patriots, from Tom Brady to Super Cam.
Yep.
So, who's winning the division this year?
So I got a little, I'll be coming up with some little notes. I'll be making up little ESPN.
Okay,
stats.
so can we just agree that the Jets are winning this division and just call it a day?
This is the toughest one to pick. I guarantee it's going to be 3 different answers.
It might be, but look, the last decade, the Patriots won every single year.
Yep.
They're like every single year. Not any other team came remotely close to the New England Patriots.
Yep.
In my opinion, I think the Patriots are still going to win this division.
Mhm.
I do like the addition of Cam Newton on the New England Patriots. I said it once and I will say it again. Bill Belichick plus Cam Newton is going to be something special. They're already raving about how he's the first person at practice, last person to leave. He's very engaged. He's hungry. He's got a chip on his shoulder. And I think this weapon that Bill Belichick has that he's never had before is going to be something special to the point where I don't think New England's going to miss a beat at all.
Also,
And they're about to get Leonard Fournette for the Dallas.
Yeah, that
Aaron
was
Thomas
mine.
and Jadeveon Clowney all for league minimum.
Right, for a Reese's Cup.
That was-
Also, I love how people really thought it was going to be a quarterback competition between Cam Newton and Jarrett Stidham. Like, what?
I'll smack somebody who say that. Come on, yo. That's disrespectful.
All right, before Tom Brady, before Tom Brady left, and before the Cam Newton signing, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm all in on Buffalo. Josh Allen going into his third year. He's got a new toy, Stephon Diggs to play with. Devin Singletary's going in his second year. That Bills defense is still going strong with Tre'Davious White. But as soon as I saw Cam, I'm like, yeah, this is who I'm picking. You got P.O. Cam Newton, who hasn't played football in well over a year, fully healthy. And Belichick is one of the greatest X's and O's head coaches you'll ever see. You're going to be seeing some Wildcat. You're going to be seeing some RPOs. Josh McDaniels is also one of the better offensive coordinators.
Forgot about him.
Yeah,
so
he's still there.
yeah, I did my research. Also, it's the offenses you kind of see in a limited fashion when they had Jacoby Brissett. Imagine with Cam Newton tenfold with that.
Mm.
And you get Mohamed Sanu. He's going to be in the second year in the system, fully healthy. Kenny Harry, Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
They still have a 3-headed running back. Maybe they might get Leonard Fournette. Maybe not.
I think they're getting Leonard Fournette.
They probably will for the low. One thing I just thought of before you go, Langston.
All right.
Think about what they can do with Cam Newton in the red zone.
Exactly.
Something that they've never been able to do with Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
6'5", 240-pound machine dude.
Who's hungry and starving.
So just to add to that, because Chris, I had a different pick. I was picking the Miami Dolphins.
I had a feeling.
I was definitely just the way they ended last season, and just a young team with growth in that coaching, just all that improvement as well. I was like, Miami Dolphins are going to steal this division. But as soon as the Patriots signed Cam Newton,
Right. Everybody's mind.
The only reason why I listen, I can't buy in Miami because one, I can't buy in Ryan Fitzpatrick, being consistent all year. Two, Tua is.
I was gonna say Tua's not starting.
Yeah, Tua's not starting.
So he's not.
No, that
he's
was
not,
a question.
So he's not starting in the beginning. I do think that Tua is going to take.
So wait, is he not healthy? Is that the reason he's
No,
not
he's not.
starting?
It's not the fact that he's not healthy. They're just gonna be like, listen, there's.
They want the veteran start. That's what.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is only.
I mean, think about it. There's no preseason games. Ryan Fitzpatrick already knows the system, so it makes more sense to like gradually, like bring him along as a backup quarterback, learn from there, then eventually take over. Then like just throw that kid in the fire with no like actual like in-game reps that you would get in the preseason.
I mean, I don't know. Ryan Fitzpatrick is truly a glorified backup quarterback. He should not be starting. When he plays as a starter, he's like bad. Like you remember that one game where what was it?
7 V's against the Eagles.
Yeah, when he dropped 4 touchdowns on us, he was rocking Deshaun Jackson's chain and everything, thinking he was some hot stuff.
Like a Hall of Famer.
First 2 weeks is Fitzmagic. Next 3 weeks is Fitztragic.
Exactly.
7 against the Eagles.
But listen, Miami has a plan. They're invested long term in Tua, so they're not going to rush it. So
I get it, but what's he going to learn from Fitzpatrick?
I still think that they're going to be a surprise team in this division. There's always this one surprise team in AFC.
Oh yeah, they're easily going to play spoiler.
Yep.
So
and I think it's going to be them. But again, Cam Newton on the Patriots. Just imagine everything you can do with him at the quarterback position.
So wait, hold on, just to play devil's advocate. So y'all don't like Buffalo? Like, Josh Allen, he looks really good, looks really tough, durable guy. They got Stephon Diggs now, and they had one of the top defenses last year.
I like the defense.
I like Buffalo before Cam Newton got there.
Yeah,
right.
no, same.
That's what it is.
Same. I think it still could be a race though because
I like the.
It is going to be a race because the Bills were only 1 game out from winning the division last year.
Right.
And they played the Patriots.
I really like all 4 of these teams in the division. I really.
What you like about the Jets?
I really do. Everything. Their O-line improved. Sam Darnold was there as well. Still Le'Veon Bell, the coaching. Like when Sam Darnold was healthy, they were above 500 team. As soon as he got injured, that's when everything collapsed. So as long as Sam Darnold
is healthy,
get
injured, he got sick. There's a difference.
All right.
He got
mono.
Whatever you call it.
Whatever you call it. Mono.
He wasn't there.
Huh?
He wasn't there. When he was there, they were a 500 team or above 500 team. As soon as he was hurt, sick, injured, whatever you want to call it, that's where they collapsed.
The only reason why I'm not buying the Jets because their head coach, Adam Gase, is not a head coach in my opinion.
I think this is going to be a year that shows if he is a head coach, dependent on the health of Darnold.
All right, well that's fair. So I guess thought we was gonna all have different answers, but apparently we're going Patriots across the board.
Pre-Cam Newton, I think we all had different answers.
Man, like Issa Rae said, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. So let's go, Cam. We out here.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Now the black Patriot fans have a reason to legitimately root for now.
For sure. Like y'all don't have to hide in a closet no more. Like you can definitely just rock out now that y'all got Cam Newton.
Yeah. So our last, but certainly not least division, the NFC East.
Woo! Finally.
Yeah. So
I
wonder what 3 Eagles fans is going to pick to win this division.
Oh, I mean that shouldn't be difficult, but I mean I do got an interesting stat as well.
Okay.
Unlike the AFC East, no team has won the NFC back-to-back the entire decade. Yep. So that just tells you how competitive this division is. It always would frustrate me when the past couple seasons how the national media would try to downplay the NFC East like it's a bad division. No, it's not a bad division. We're just too busy beating each other up. That's why our records.
It's a crabs in a barrel division.
Right. It's that's why our records are the way that it are. We beat the other teams, but we lose to each other because it's just straight out battles.
Yep.
I do like. I hate to say this, man. I do like Dallas a little bit. They got Amari Cooper. I do like Ezekiel Elliott. Man, I blame this on fantasy football. Man. I would never Cowboys ever. If it wasn't for fantasy football, that's why I had to change. That's why he's
new
black.
coach.
He's black.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Prescott,
New coach.
He's cool.
First of all, that man is not Dak. It's Dakota.
Dakota Prescott. Okay.
Dakota Rain Prescott. Say that man's name.
I'm gonna be real. I'm worried about the Cowboys. I am worried about the Cowboys. They do have a new coach. I kind of feel like
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy. I feel like when they had Jason Garrett, I was never really worried.
Oh no, I wasn't concerned.
I was never really worried. But Mike McCarthy, the way that he put the battery in Aaron Rodgers' back and the weapons that Prescott Dakota has. The Cowboys and Zeke, the running game, who I think is probably the second best running back in the league. Cowboys ain't no slouches, and this is from
Who's the best running back in the league?
Saquon.
Okay, so the top 2 running backs in the league are in this division.
Yes.
There you go.
Your barber's about to call in like 5 seconds.
Nah, he better not call in this time. I don't want to hear it this week.
Where's Christian McCaffrey? Is he third?
I like Christian McCaffrey and like Kamara are like close for me.
Okay.
They're like they can both be like third depending on. But nah, I'm gonna go McCaffrey. I'm gonna go McCaffrey with a solid number 3 because he's very.
I just want to know because a lot of people will put Christian McCaffrey as number 1, but I just want to know.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
on that. But yeah, I got the Eagles winning this.
Oh, you still have the Eagles winning the division?
Of course.
Okay.
Why would I not? Like, that's mandatory. Listen, every year since I've been like
Did we win it
following,
last year?
of course.
What was the stat you just said? No team has repeated winning a division
Listen,
in the decade?
2020 has been very different. Some things can happen. All right,
We saw Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year.
facts. Like
And then after that, the world just like
collapsed. Yeah.
facts. Like I don't care.
Andy Reid has a Super Bowl like ring in 2020 as a head coach.
And he got a 6-year extension.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Shout out to Andy Reid.
Well deserved.
Giants. I don't know about them at all. Like I said, I like Saquon. I don't have any faith.
I
Who's
think
their
they're all-
quarterback again?
Daniel
Jones.
Yeah, but I think their offense is going to definitely be improved. You know, we got Darius Slayton going into his 2nd year, Golden Tate 2nd year in the offense as well. Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram if he's healthy. The Giants definitely do have the offense to go into potential shootouts. Their defense is definitely going to be a concern because they lost their starting corner DeAndre Baker.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. So they improved their offensive line as well.
Mhm.
So
What about the Washington team?
I was gonna say,
the Washington football team,
anyone wants to talk about the football team?
their defense is going to be nasty.
Yeah, I feel like they always have a solid defense.
Ron Payne, Ryan Kerrigan, Chase Young.
The coach.
And you got Virgil Vaughn, who's the defensive specialist. That is going to be a nasty defense this year.
Their defense is always something special.
That's why I'm concerned
offense
with the
that's
Washington
usually
team.
lacking.
It's because of the defense. That and the coach. That's what I'm concerned with.
Offense is definitely going to be suspect.
Yeah.
Like Dwayne Haskins definitely showed some flashes last year. Given the circumstances. They don't have a lead running back. It's still I believe it's still Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, because Gase is gone.
Yeah, Darius Guys,
Guys,
got
guys,
released.
yeah.
They still got some young, wide receivers. Terry McLaurin, Dwayne Haskins' teammate, back in Ohio State.
Maybe they picked
Paul
up
Richard-
Jennifer.
Paul- Yeah, Paul. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, Paul Richardson. Not sure about their tight end. I think Jordan Reed retired because of the concussions. Yeah, but their offense is still like a massive work in progress. But that defense is definitely going to be keeping them in games. But like I said, I'm with Mark. I'm picking Philly. I'm picking Philly to win the division.
Yeah, of course. I mean, is that really a
But we
question?
literally see this team dragged to the finish line with all of their injuries and still won the division. And honestly, even with a 40-year-old Josh McCown who played on a torn hamstring for most of that game, I think throughout the second half, almost beat Seattle.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, we gotta dive into that more in this. What? How many wins do you think it's going to take for the Eagles to win the division?
I believe 10.
10 wins.
Chris took mine. This is what I look. If you watching on the stream, this is how I always do it. Before the schedule even come out, I was like this: 10-6. I don't even look at the schedule. 10-6 every year. That's just my standard. That's what I feel like that's what it's going to take to always win the NFC East because it's such a battle. I mean, we went 9-7 last year, and then at the time we won it before when we won the Super Bowl, we were 13-3.
Right.
So I don't. What you got the schedule right there?
Let's see if we get the 10 wins. Eagles versus Washington team.
Oh yeah.
Win.
Yeah,
All right.
win.
Eagles versus Rams. Win. Eagles versus Bengals. Win. Eagles versus 49ers.
Wait, where are we at now? We're flying through.
All right. That's three. Eagles versus 49ers.
Is it a Thursday game off after just a Sunday game? Those are the only times I think losses.
I think it's a Sunday night game, but it's where the 49ers are. But
Okay.
it doesn't matter because home for the Mets doesn't matter because there's no fans.
True.
I mean, it does, but
Still,
travel should.
win
Well,
or
yeah,
loss.
the travel is still
Win
there.
or loss.
I'll give them
49ers.
a loss.
I think that's a loss.
I'll give them a loss.
Eagles Steelers.
Win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forget
Eagles
Pittsburgh.
Ravens.
That's a win.
Oh, we got the Ravens.
Yes,
this
that's a
year?
loss. In my opinion.
We got the Ravens this
No,
year?
listen, the Eagles always win a game at home that they have no business winning, and that's
Bro, we not gonna be at the link. I don't know.
No,
about
no,
that.
no. That is at the link.
That's what I'm saying. We not gonna be like fans.
Oh,
we
okay,
ain't
the fans.
gonna be
So
there.
we're gonna have cardboard cutout fans and sound boosters.
I ain't
man.
trying to see that,
No,
man.
that's a loss. We're 4-2.
I'm gonna take that a loss.
We're 4-2.
Yeah,
Eagles and Giants.
because Lamar Jackson don't have to deal with us. Nah, man.
They got Dobbins, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
worried.
he's going.
I'm
You
worried.
still got to deal with us, man.
I'm worried. That's a loss in my opinion. Eagles Giants.
Win.
That's one.
Eagles Cowboys.
Which one?
Where is it at? Is
It's
it in
here.
Dallas?
It's here.
I don't know. I take the loss. In
All right,
Dallas,
we're
so
six.
I'll say it now.
6-2. Eagles, Giants again.
Yeah, that's
So you
what
saying we're going to sweep the Giants?
We always sweep the
Yeah,
Giants.
I'm not
Wow.
worried
Okay.
about
All right.
Giants.
So Eagles, Browns.
Are you what? Eagles.
Oh my. Here we go. Eagles, Seattle.
That's a loss.
That's a
We don't
loss.
beat Seattle.
Eagles,
we
Packers.
never beat Seattle.
We're beating the Packers.
Oh, we're gonna beat the Packers.
No.
We're gonna beat the Packers. We beat,
All right.
we beat them
No
last year.
way.
Majority vote. That's a win. Move
No
on.
way.
Yeah.
Eagles, Saints.
We'll go loss.
Loss.
Eagles, Cardinals.
Win.
I feel like that might be a fluke loss.
Loss.
That's a fluke loss.
No, Larry Fitzgerald's gonna have 200 yards against us.
Right.
Eagles, Cowboys.
It's in Dallas. That's the loss.
And the Eagles, Washington.
That's a win.
Win.
That is 10-6.
I didn't
Only,
even look at it.
only because you have us beating Green Bay and I don't. That's what it is.
But
We beat Green Bay in Green Bay last year.
Last year.
And it's in Green
In
Bay
the elements.
Again. It's in Green Bay again. Aaron Rodgers or something.
You just love Aaron Rodgers. You
I
just
do.
love the Dolphins.
I do.
Are you even really an Eagles
I do.
fan?
I am.
I'm sorry I had this question. I'm sorry.
I'm also a realist.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, in the end, all three of us picked the Eagles from the division because we're all Eagles.
I say all that, and I'm still picking the Eagles to win.
All right.
Fair.
So we got 20 minutes left. So we're gonna dive into some NBA bubble talk.
Oh yeah, I forgot that NBA's still going on. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
We do got a game 7 tonight, Utah versus Denver, which I predicted to go game 7.
Jamal Murray
We all
versus
did.
Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Bruh, this is must-see TV.
Yeah.
All right, what I'm about to say is about to be wild, but
Let's do it.
ever since Jamal Murray had that little incident on Instagram,
Mhm.
he's been a different beast. Like, we are watching a star
Mhm.
in the making, like, right before our eyes. He's, like, the first player to put up, like,
Mhm.
back-to-back 40-point games since Iverson. He, like, did something crazy. Like, the last person to do it was Jordan. Like, he's really, like, becoming a star in front of our
It's always
eyes.
something about the Kentucky guards, man.
Yo, right?
You have
Seriously.
2 players in this series both had 50-point games. That's the first time that ever happened in NBA history.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about that duel that LeBron and Paul Pierce had,
Mhm.
but I think they both had like in the mid-40s, so
Right.
they didn't
That was not
drop
50.
over 50.
That was not 50. They
Yo,
both had
those
50.
dudes like really.
And they're shooting like 60% from 3-point range.
And honestly, this is good for the NBA because it showcases younger future talent.
Yup,
So like we don't got to depend on like the old names like LeBron, like Curry, like Durant. It's
right.
good to see these 22, 23-year-old guys.
Young dudes.
Who's better, Murray or Jokic? So you see how we pause right there? See that?
I'm gonna say Murray.
Ooh.
The reason I'm gonna say Murray because right now, he's making me think like Denver might do something.
Yep.
I've never once like thought Denver would ever do anything, even though they're the number 2 seed. What are they, 2?
They're
or
the
3?
3 seed.
Yeah, even though they're a 3 seed and they play great throughout the season, I've never once thought like, oh yeah, Denver's gonna actually make a splash.
Yeah,
Like,
so to me, Denver is not gritty enough to like.
and they about to get.
To me, the Jokic version, where the ball was centered around Jokic, that was like, okay, you're a good team, but you'll be out maybe first, second round.
right,
This Denver team, where Murray, the ball is in Murray's hand,
beautiful.
that makes me question how far they can go because they might actually do something.
I think they can
As
definitely.
Jokic as a second option?
and
Because it's a guard-driven league, and
Absolutely.
like now that you got Jamal Murray just like going ham in the playoffs like this, it makes him a lot more scary.
yeah, no, I agree. And as we mentioned a couple shows back, their pick and roll is deadly, and it works like
Jokic
to
and Murray?
perfection.
And the bench and the role players around them?
Yo, and what's the guard they're about to get back tonight? He usually starts alongside Murray.
It used to be Gary Harris, but he's not starting.
Gary
He's
Harris.
coming
It was
back.
Gary.
He
No, he's not
started?
starting, but he's coming
He's
back.
coming-
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to skip you.
No, you good.
I forgot his name.
No, you good.
But-
But I'm like, it used to be Gary Harris. I didn't know he was starting.
Let's see.
I don't think he's starting. He used to
we
start, but he's coming back.
Yeah, Denver doesn't play defense. So
That's fine. Now that it's Utah. That's fine.
The scores be 150 to 140.
Nobody in the West plays
Who
defense.
playing
fine.
defense?
Nobody in the West plays defense.
That's
Not even remotely
Only
close.
person that plays defense the
I
whole
mean,
series is
the
Rudy
Lakers play
Gobert.
defense, but that's about it.
Right.
Maybe
Only
Jeremy
team
Grant
that
for this
played defense in the playoffs is Boston, and they in the East.
And what you're really witnessing is better offense versus great defense. Like legitimately, there are hands in the face, and they are still knocking down shots.
Milk. And we can't forget about Donovan Mitchell.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. So what's the over under for Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray? 50, 40? You know it's 30.
Dang.
You know it's 30.
Yeah.
You mean for both of them combined? Oh,
Both of them combined.
combined?
Both of them combined. I will go with 80. What do you want?
That's not even bad. That's not even bad.
I'm going 85.
Y'all don't think
85? Really?
Y'all don't think these coaches gonna make any adjustments?
I just don't
If they
think,
didn't make any adjustments now, they never.
I just don't think you can stop him. I just think going to be like, hey, Jamal Murray, you do your thing. Donovan Mitchell, you do your thing. And it's up to y'all two. It's up to like whoever has the better game.
Murray been nasty in the fourth quarter too.
So has Donovan Mitchell. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you have to realize that in the end, it's like, all right, listen, if Murray's like needs like some leave, you can go to Jokic.
Right.
Who are you gonna go to on the Jets?
Mike Conley.
Mike Conley.
Right. Let's be real.
Rudy Gobert.
The Stifle Tower.
Joe Ingles.
Nah.
Houston has the number 1 defense in the playoffs. That's why you guys are going to Game 7. Anyway.
Who said that? What?
Anyway, that's also good. We're going also to our second Game 7.
Yeah. Houston, OKC. I'm actually shocked.
No,
I'm not shocked.
No, listen.
Chris Paul's a beast.
No,
He
it's
always
not.
been.
No, it's not that. It's that Houston should have been wrapped the series up.
They should have. They should have.
But you know,
Who's that on though? Is that on the coach?
no, Russell Westbrook.
Yup. That's what I was going to say.
Whoa. Why are we blaming? No, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Why are we blaming Russell Westbrook?
Because he turns the ball over way too many times. He can't make a shot in the fourth quarter to save his life. He's not clutch at all. And the ball should be in James Harden's hands, not Russell Westbrook in the fourth quarter.
So is that what happened? Like I missed that. I was
That's
coming
exactly
back
what
home.
happened. That's exactly what happened in the fourth quarter.
Listen, Mike D'Antoni already has his bags packed for Indiana.
Right, I already saw Indiana was looking at. How you looking at a
Yes.
coach and he's still playing?
Yes, Westbrook. That's exactly
Wow,
exactly what it is. Westbrook.
The one thing I will say though, even though y'all dogging Westbrook right now, you still got to give that man his flowers while he's here. He's not. He might be at like 60%. He just had a quad injury.
Oh yeah.
And he's on a minutes restriction.
Yeah, he already said he was going to be on minutes restriction for Game 7.
Yeah,
I think that's a bluff. Ain't no minutes restriction. in
Yeah, I'm
Game
about to say like, yeah, just no.
I mean, he's great, but what you're witnessing is that, they traded away Chris Paul for Westbrook, and Chris Paul is outplaying Russell Westbrook in this series.
Right.
That's
But
what
you know what? This is Chris Paul's real element, in my opinion, where he's the primary ball handler all the time.
Yep.
Chris Paul is literally manipulating the offense to defense. He's doing everything. He's paying attention to what your defense is doing. He's reacting another way. He's just single-handedly taking this game and this series over. And like I said, I've been shocked with the Thunder all year, and I'm still continued to be
And
shocked.
it's not even
with
just
the Thunder.
Chris Paul. It's like you got multiple ball handlers.
Because I mean, you have Shea, versus Alexander. You have Dennis Schroeder.
You got
as well. Gallinari.
Tough.
Like, so Chris Paul, to me, and I keep saying it, greatest leader in the NBA right now. Even if the ball isn't in his hand, he makes sure everyone is in their position for the offense and defense as well.
Yeah.
Greatest leader in the NBA, and on and off the court, in my opinion.
That's why he's the president of the association.
Yeah, but here's the question now. Do you see either one of these teams giving the Clippers a fight in the next round?
What is a fight? 6 games?
I think it all. I'm gonna say it again. It comes down to which Paul George.
Wait, hold on.
shows
It's
up.
4 and 5. My fault. And then, they're facing the Lakers. My fault.
Oh,
Yeah.
The winner of this gets the
Yeah,
Lakers.
Yeah.
Still.
So the question is, will they give the Lakers trouble?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think Houston's giving the Lakers trouble because again, the Lakers can play the exact same way but be big.
And who's PJ Tucker or Anthony Davis? Are we okay?
Robert Covington.
It still doesn't matter. It's
Are they okay?
I don't think
They would
so.
have to play Tyson Chandler.
They're not going
They're not going to play. If anything, they're going to play Jeff Green.
They're not going to do it.
Anthony Davis should average 45 if
And
the
he-
Rockets win,
And he probably will. That's why I said I don't see Houston doing it.
like easily.
But OKC, I can see it going 6 games.
If OKC win,
I can see it. Just because I think Chris Paul, I think they earn one. I think Chris Paul gives you another one. Like I don't think LeBron James is definitely not going to take Chris Paul.
Here's the
especially
thing.
Like,
here's the thing that this keeps happening. All right, we keep continuing to get caught up in the moment. Remember when everybody was so hype on the Blazers, and then look what playoff Bron did.
Oh, dang, man. I wonder who you're talking about.
I'm not gonna point any elbows or
when
anything.
Dame was injured that last
It
game.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
See,
matter.
playing all the bad
He was out.
Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. I sound like Skip Bayless.
It's LeBron, yo.
No, I know.
We gotta stop
Look,
this.
I never said they were going to win. You said a fight. That's 6 games. All right.
Bruh,
6 games.
we talking about the
Listen. We all know. I know this. I'm like, it's going to be at LA Conference Finals. That's the only time.
We know that. It's just how it's going to get.
I'm just like, listen. In the meantime, if I get some parity here and there, then like I'm all
How we
for
gonna
it.
get there? That's it.
Well, listen. I know about LeBron. Anthony Davis is taking his game to the next level. Their defense, what they did, especially on Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum, was impressive.
And they were doing that since game one. Dame was just still on fire game one.
Yeah.
So
And it wasn't even like that because even when Dame and CJ went off, it was just like, all right, we'll shut down everyone else. So Dame, you have your 30-point game. CJ, you have 25.
but y'all in the game at like 79.
Everyone else is gonna have 5 points. I guarantee.
No, here's the thing.
Oh, Melo had a
That's
great.
outside of Melo.
Great
Melo
game.
turned up too.
No, Melo went out.
Thank you.
Melo went out.
Melo, I
Thank
look
you.
forward to what you're gonna do next year.
I hope Portland signs him again. I liked him in Portland. I think that was a good fit for him.
It's
And
good
Portland
for him.
has truly always needed that. They've always needed something like that. Because we know what CJ and Lillard are going to give you.
The Sixers got.
Nah, I don't want
No,
Melo.
he's not coming here.
I don't
know he's not.
I don't want him.
But what he
Oh, by the way,
And I love Melo.
did you guys see a report that the Knicks are actually interested in bringing Carmelo?
No lie. When I saw that report yesterday, I had like a pen in my hand right now. I threw it across the room. I'm like, yo, what? We're not going backwards. Melo, no.
No, you don't need
Nah,
that.
you don't go
negativity.
there.
Definitely don't need
Don't go
that.
there.
Like, let that go.
Listen. Don't care about what Lala wants, man. Just stay in Portland.
Yeah, man. Unless Brooklyn calling.
Or Miami.
Okay.
Ooh, now you talking.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler, Melo,
Yeah.
Bam.
Or Toronto.
You got to play no defense in Toronto.
I just don't see him going to Canada, but I definitely see like Brooklyn and Miami. I definitely see.
late in his career, if the price is right.
I definitely see that as a possibility. I definitely do. No doubt.
Yeah, nah. Big shouts out to my guy Melo. He had an excellent season after everybody just wrote him off, called him old. My man basically had to go on and have a conversation with Stephen A. Smith to plead, like, yo, I can still hoop.
Max Kellerman was like done with him.
Right. And then he goes out there and then everybody like is just like, oh my God, he still got we were trying to tell you he still had it.
I
Like,
Still got it,
he's
man.
like he never really lost it. Like the media just created this narrative that Melo was falling off because the Knicks were dookie and he was in a terrible situation, OKC and Houston. Like that's not
He
like,
did have to change his play style.
I don't think his
He
play
did.
style has changed one bit.
I think.
It hasn't changed one bit.
No,
there are
he's still a
times-
volume shooter.
Right.
He is a volume shooter. There are times where I just see the ball in his hands less.
As it should be. He's playing with a real
That's
point
what
guard.
because he's with a Damian Lillard and a CJ McCollum. Every team he was on, the ball was in his hands. I feel way too much.
Not when he
Now-
played for Denver when they had Chauncey Billups.
when he was on Denver, that was completely different. But he was still balling in Denver. They
Right.
just let him go.
This was always my biggest argument about Melo. It's like he really excels when he's playing with a real point guard.
Yes.
Like when he played with Andre Miller,
Yes.
Chauncey Billups, Damian Lillard. Like that's when even that stretch when they had 50 wins, he had Jason Kidd bringing up the rock. Like
And
when
think
he's
about it, he did not have a real point guard on the Knicks.
no, it was only that one season we had Jason
Raymond
Kidd.
Felton.
Hey, stop playing. How much time we got left? We
We got 8 minutes.
talking about Raymond Felton. What?
All right, so are we picking?
Oh yeah, who we picking for that Denver Utah series?
I feel like we're all gonna go Denver. Yeah, I'm feeling.
You know,
Denver.
I'll be the contrary. I'll pick Utah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You really never know. Didn't Mitchell have, what did he have? Didn't he have 57 like the first game?
Like I say that, like we could say a team and we would not be surprised.
What
if
about
other team
OKC and
wins.
Houston?
I'm going OKC.
It gotta be Houston.
I'm going OKC.
It gotta be
It has-
Houston.
It has to be Houston.
It has to
I'm
be.
going OKC.
I wouldn't be surprised if OKC won, but it has to be Houston.
I just see Mike D'Antoni. I think he's fired. I think he's going right to Indiana like the following day.
It's crazy.
I
He
think
already got a
so.
job lined up.
I think it's over.
He basically
for him.
put in his 2 weeks.
And I think the team's fine because you got Miles Turner, Sabonis. You know, more men need to come off the bench in that offense.
If D'Antoni comes, Miles Turner's getting traded.
I see that.
Probably.
As a possibility. I definitely see that as a possibility.
But he was fit though, because he jacked threes anyway. He
That's
was.
what I mean.
He's not like Capella,
I just don't feel.
and he plays defense.
They're both not going to be on court at the same time, though. I think.
Who?
Like Sabonis and Miles Turner. I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, under Mike D'Antoni's
Yeah.
regime.
No, if anything, I can see Turner getting traded for like more shooters, and then Jakar Sampson's going to be the backup center.
And then they're
Yup.
just gonna be in the same situation they in now.
I mean, that's what happens.
I'm talking about Houston. Like,
Yeah, I know.
just
That's
like
what happens
Houston.
when you get a retreat.
Yeah.
Same philosophy, same results.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
we still got some time left. We still got about 7 minutes left. To a more serious topic, the NBA, Milwaukee Bucks started with a boycott last week, saying that they will not play a game, until matters got handled with the Jacob Blake shooting that happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And after that, it followed.
Kenosha.
Sorry, I said Kenosha. Sorry, X-Men on the brain. But anyway, but no, all seriousness. So then it started spreading. Then the Rockets OKC game started getting canceled, as followed by the Lakers. The Lakers and the Clippers both agreed that they potentially didn't want the season to even continue. Then it spilled over. NFL practices started getting canceled. Baseball games getting canceled as well.
Hockey games getting canceled. Postponed. Yeah.
I think this is an interesting time in history that we're experiencing, and I was listening to a little interview that Joy Taylor was talking about, because I know I love Joy Taylor. She was saying a lot of the racial issues and as far as moving forward and really sparking comes from sports. We can look back at what Muhammad Ali did, by dodging the draft. Back then, it's oh my gosh, you're not a patriot, you're not this, you're not that. But his point of view was just why I'm going to fight for a country that don't care about me and my people. That just doesn't make sense. So sports, believe it or not, has always been the forefront with this. Even Bill Russell had to walk out of the game because dealing with segregation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been a real tough time, and I feel last week it was I'd say just 2020 just sucks. For last week was tough. We lost Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Right, my not really my uncle, but anybody who has my last name, I say they're a relative. But John Thompson, we lost him last week. I just think last week was just real rough for our community. But at the end of the day, we're gonna keep on fighting. And one thing that I people close to me know how serious I am about voting. That's our voice. We really got to get out there and vote. Our ancestors fought for these opportunities. My grandmother was still alive when they, can't vote, stuff like that. So for people to sit out there and say oh, I'm not going to vote because it doesn't matter or nothing changes, well, that's the problem. We need to start with that change. Get out there and exercise your right to get out there and vote. And this is probably the most important election of all time. We really have to get out there and vote again. When they said they wanted to make America great again, and this is what they meant, nah, yo, this is not it. This is not it.
Yeah, it's up there. The Obama election is probably up there as well, just because that was an opportunity where it's oh my goodness, especially for the elderly, grandparents and aunts and uncles, to say oh my goodness, I actually got to see an African American in office, which you never thought you would see in that time. I never thought I would see that. And the way the world is today, you definitely wouldn't think that you would see that as well. But just to get back to the voting piece, absolutely, voting is important. That is your way of change in politics. And not only voting, protesting, peaceful protesting, voluntary advocacy program, things of that nature. We're at a time where we cannot be silent. We're at a time where we need to speak our piece. We're at a time where we need to hold each other accountable, and especially the people, the higher ups, the politicians, the leaders, presidents, things like that, CEOs. We need to hold them accountable. We desire more. We need more. You need to do more. And if we're silent, I guarantee that'll be the end of it. So please speak your voice, speak your piece, go out and vote. I'm leaving to Chris.
All right, we got about 3 minutes left. I've been doing radio since my last year at Milledgeville, which was around 2016. And around when I started, this was during the height of when Colin Kaepernick was in the spotlight. If we were taking a kneel during the national anthem, and I hear all the derogatory remarks made to him, saying that he was a traitor, he was this, that, and the third. And honestly, I'm just going to be straight up and say that I was going to write an article about this, but I feel me having the platform that I have, for at least just 1 hour a week, I'm just going to straight up say this because it needs to be heard. America, you don't deserve sports. Honestly, as much as I love football, as much as I love basketball, as much as I love the NBA coming back, I really wish they would have been full brigalion with this. America doesn't deserve sports because when it comes to sports and when it comes to fans and how they treat players, athletes are probably the most dehumanizing people you're probably seeing right now, along with black people. The only thing that they're asking for doing, like, people like LeBron James, Tobias Harris, he's been a heavy advocacy for the Sixers.
Yep.
All they're asking to do is to make sure that the cops who take it upon themselves to be judge, jury, and executioner to be held accountable. That's not political. That's just like, listen, just do your job properly. And the fact that people think like, well, as we're looking for like reasons to like automatically like just looking for reasons for us to justify us getting shot. Like, listen, you don't deserve sports. You don't deserve to have that escape because we don't get that escape. As a black man, like all three of us, went to Millersville. We all had to deal with, Millersville cops, profiling us. Like Dwight Horsey talked to us about that. But you don't deserve sports, period. Like, in the end, all we're asking is just for us to be treated equally. All we ask for do is that every single time we hear a cop siren, we just feel like, oh man, I just hope this cop is not in a bad mood.
Yeah.
So
we just want to be heard for real.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any justification.
We gotta go, but this is not really a political issue. This is a human issue that we need to address.
It's either way, like it's always muddy waters when it comes to this. And that's all the time we have for today's show, and I think it's a good way to end it. Tune in next week. Chris Thomas,
Mark Thompson, Black Lives Matter.
Langston Washington, go out and vote.
Yes.
Christopher Thomas, say your name. Peace out.
Yeah, that was a crazy segment. Y'all got me emotional.
That's real talk.